Join me as I take on the challenge of exploring how sustainable infrastructure is changing our daily lives forever. Sustainable infrastructure is more than just a buzzword. It's a necessity in today's world where the consequences of climate change and environmental degradation are becoming more apparent by the day. As the global population continues to urbanize, our traditional infrastructure is facing unprecedented pressures, and it's clear that we need to rethink the way we design and build our cities. When we think about traditional infrastructure, we often think about sprawling cities with congested roads, polluted air, and a lack of green spaces. We think about the environmental damage caused by the extraction and transportation of raw materials, the energy consumption of our buildings, and the waste generated by our consumption habits. But what if I told you that there's a better way? A way that not only reduces our environmental footprint, but also improves our quality of life. The way we live, work, and interact with each other is deeply connected to the infrastructure that surrounds us. For instance, transportation systems that prioritize cars over pedestrians and cyclists can lead to urban sprawl, air pollution, and decreased physical activity. On the other hand, green spaces and bike-friendly roads can promote healthier lifestyles and community engagement. The reality is that our current infrastructure is unsustainable, and it's time for a change. One of the biggest challenges posed by traditional infrastructure is environmental degradation. The extraction and production of raw materials for construction, the energy consumption of our buildings, and the waste generated by our consumption habits are just a few examples of how our daily lives contribute to the environmental crisis. Furthermore, the air and water pollution caused by our infrastructure has severe consequences for our health and well-being. It's clear that we need to rethink the way we design and build our cities to prioritize sustainability and minimize our environmental impact. In a world where sustainable infrastructure is the norm, we'd see a drastic reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, polluted air and water and waste. We'd see cities that are designed with people in mind, where green spaces and public transportation systems promote community engagement, physical activity, and a higher quality of life. We'd see buildings that are powered by renewable energy, constructed from eco-friendly materials, and designed to minimize waste and optimize energy efficiency. So, what does sustainable infrastructure look like in practice? It looks like cities powered by 100% renewable energy, where electric vehicles and public transportation systems replace fossil fuels. It looks like buildings constructed from recycled materials, with green roofs and walls that reduce energy consumption and promote biodiversity. It looks like smart city technologies that optimize energy efficiency, reduce waste, and improve the overall quality of life for citizens. One notable example of a city that successfully implemented sustainable infrastructure is Copenhagen, Denmark. By 2025, Copenhagen aims to be carbon neutral, and they're well on their way to achieving this goal. The city has invested heavily in wind energy, biomass, and district heating, and they've implemented a range of initiatives to promote green transportation, reduce waste, and increase energy efficiency. As a result, Copenhagen has seen a significant reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, and its residents are enjoying a higher quality of life. For instance, Copenhagen's bike-friendly roads and green spaces have promoted a culture of cycling, with over 62% of residents commuting to work or school by bike. The city's investment in wind energy has reduced their reliance on fossil fuels, and their district heating system has minimized energy waste. The result is a city that's not only sustainable, but also vibrant, connected, and full of life. Sustainable infrastructure has the potential to transform our daily lives in countless ways. From reducing our environmental footprint to improving our health and well-being, the benefits are undeniable. It's time for us to rethink the way we design and build our cities, and it's time for us to prioritize sustainability above all else. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of sustainable infrastructure. If you have any thoughts or experiences you'd like to share, please leave them in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about sustainable living, be sure to check out our next video on eco-friendly transportation systems.